Alright, Rex's Lost Chapter. This is a fun one to read through, just because there's quite a few funny interactions that happen in the little paralogue, whatever you want to call it, the Lost Chapter. That's what it's called, Lost Chapter. And it was alright. It was alright. Seeing Vaughn interact with Rex is kind of funny. He's like, that's his whole motivation, and then he's like, "Oh, you're here." Well, shit. You know, you're never prepared to see that. Let's see. But we did bring the Final Fantasy XII, you know, the theme team going on. I could try and squeeze the Brampton, but I think it'd be a little tight on the damage side. Also, I'm loving the new update that's going on with this version of the game, where you could hide the bravery damage in between. You could actually see what's going on. You could see the animations. I did hide quite a bit of the force enhancement effects here too. Like, now I think it's only the bare minimum, which is just like the buffs. I could have chosen to hit all of it completely, but I do like seeing the buffs just in case something does come on or off. I do get the feeling that I'm probably not going to be capping on everything, just because, you know, I'm not the best at party management. What the hell? You see all these zeros going on? Well, I didn't need the menu to tell me what was going on there. I just hella didn't. Brave again and all. I wasn't actually planning to pull on Rex for his full kit. I was just going for his LD, maybe his FR. But I actually got really lucky. And it happened again. The same thing with Edgar, where I got Edgar's BT on tickets. It happened to me again here with Rex. So I'm a little concerned going into the future. I feel like I've used up a lot of my luck. And I do plan on pulling for Rem, the upcoming event, which is like Transcendence 15, I think. So I plan on pulling for her, so, you know, getting this BT luck early, it doesn't bode too well for me. I think we're actually going to use Penelo as the main FR, and then just cancel their FR time with the Rexy boy. But shoot him again. Balthier's very good DPS. Speaking of DPS, this Rex guy, no slouch either, actually very good at it. Let's see, we have the shields up on everybody. Wow, Balthier's actually fully loaded on buffs. What is your... 4 H's, right? That's his BT. We're actually going to go into BT phase here. Just because it's very hard to BT phase this boss in particular down. Just because there are, you know, more HP gates, everyone loves those. But it's not nearly as bad in this fight, I feel. So I shouldn't be too bad. It's we can do. I think with Rex here, we have to go for LD. I think this gives the free skill. And his better AoE skill is in his skill 1, the blade combo. If I'm reading Tonberry Troop right anyway. This should be the correct BT phase ordering, but I could be hella wrong on that. Unfortunately, we have Penelo into Balthier coming up. I would have liked it if it was Penelo into Rex. Just so we could get a quicker cancel on the force time. Let's see. Do we? Yeah, it's just EX here. And luckily, all of these 3 characters have overheads too, so they actually can synergize with Rex's FR quite well. So that's good. And I was like, huh. Unfortunately, Bosch, however you want to say it, he doesn't get he doesn't have a natural overhead, like through an LD or anything like that. So you actually can't put him to get the maximum bonus with Rex, which is unfortunate. Because when you pair them together, you know, Rex covering single target and Bash covering AoE, that's a pretty strong wall to put up, you know. And I don't think a lot of bosses could actually break through that. So that's kind of interesting. Just unfortunate that, like, they share a weapon type and no overhead on Bash. It's a little unfortunate. You know, you just put a DPS in between, like Balthier or something, and boom, hard to break. Wow, Penelo actually didn't get... Actually, does this work out? We could do Rex instead. It's not the end of the world if we do. Let's go ahead and get our BT effect up then. Well, we could still do it before they regen. I do believe this is a boss that during their FR time you can't actually, or they all like regen every time you hit them. So, you know, a little annoying. Luckily, oh, that's right, they reduce, I think it's Eye Brave down by 500%. I think that's why Penelo's getting nuked here. Don't worry, he's fine. Play Final Fantasy XII, everyone's favorite. I'm sure he'll make it out. Poor Reks, I feel like he'd get a lot more attention if he was a more relevant character. But I feel like a lot of people are overshadowing him just because, you know, everyone's just like, who? And you know what? I think honestly that might be a little fair. Just because, you know, who? But, you know, he's still a very good character. He's still like, in terms of damage output, people are arguing whether or not like he's a full tank or if he's a DPS unit. As if like, you know, characters are black and white. And I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's, you know, every character can bring a certain thing to the table that others characters can't. There's a lot of overlap between roles. You know? Not one character is gonna be suited for one role always. You know? Like I think it's more DPS favored for Reks with a little bit on the side, you know, of other stuff he could do. Go ahead and get Fusoya. Actually, very good call. You could also opt to off-turn this fight, but it's just kind of boring in my opinion. I've never been the biggest fan of off-turn. Look at this. On a call, we're getting 2 million. It's like 1 million off the first strike, and then boom again. That's pretty buff. That's pretty buff. Let's go ahead and mutual improvement. I didn't realize in this FR animation too, Reks and Jack actually switch weapons. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize that the first time. I just thought they were like, you know, fist pumping or something. But no, they're actually switching weapons. I think that's like a nice little detail. But the HP gates are going to come up at around, I think it starts at 69% and then 39 and 29. So not very, you can't actually damage them very well during their, during like a burst phase or summon phase. So it makes this fight a little hard to do. If you're going for one of those strategies, it's probably not going to happen. But it should be fine for this. Execution. 0 damage to Lamau. So yeah, I think we're going to hold off on the echoes just for a little bit. Or maybe we should do it just so we can get to those thresholds sooner. The questions. Balthier does have a pretty damaging one. I'm gonna do it on his next turn, I think. Nah, let's just burn it now. I'm impatient. Then with his BT effect, it should be a lot of damage. It is also pretty interesting that, you know, we have bosses that can't be delayed at all. Like, I think only Quistis can do it. Like, these guys are immune to turn deletion as well. So, you know, I think they are heavily trying to get you to go for an off-turn route here. But it's never been, you know, never been my style. Oh wow, that was actually a ZX buff that was about to fall off too. I had no idea what was falling off there, so that works out. Balthier's just such a good DPS. That was 9 million. We're just starting. And then Reks here is gonna come bonk him over the head. Yeah, that next gate is at, we're actually right around it. It's at 69. So, we're just gonna go ahead and Yellowstorm. And look, we can actually enjoy the animations now. You can see a little bit of numbers over here, but like, you know, we could actually see stuff happening. Wait, did that not do anything to this guy? Was that single target on his EX? Whoa. I'm learning. You know, I don't play on the JP side, so I'm not super familiar with how all these character kits work. Oh, unfortunate. We got this guy to 69, but we didn't get this guy to 69. So we're gonna waste a little bit of damage here, but it should be, you know, not the biggest deal in the world. I'm probably just gonna great aim this asshole on the left then. Thank you, Balthier. And the splash should take this guy. Man, I'm so glad I invested in Balthier. I had a Ultima gun for him when his FR initially dropped, just because I'm like, he's a pretty cool character, I like him. And I have not dismantled that Ultima weapon since. Not that much usage out of him with only his FR, but now with this BT I feel like I'm going to get a lot. That was what, 7 million just chilling? Let's go ahead and LD. Oh, actually I should LD with Balthier too. There's a lot of effects that go on that I feel kind of, you know, get obscured with his, or with the Brave damage numbers. There's a HP gate right here. So the B is actually not going to go down very much. I still think we probably just great aim. Yeah, let's great aim. I was like talking about like his LD's probably going to look super sick. Didn't even press it. Oh, did the splash not take a B down? Okay, it did. Sweet. Look at that, 30 million. Took both of these guys towards the threshold. And I don't think Penelo can bring these guys down to 29. And using summon phase wouldn't be ideal either, just because, well, I heard there's a there's actually a bug going around where if you use summon mode right now, the game might actually crash on you. I heard that's a thing, so let's opt not to press that. Let's opt not to press that just so we can get this run done. Yeah, unfortunate that we got a stupid HP gates. What to do? I think what we can do, because we could go for FR Echo just to keep the turn count up, and then just Tides of Fate into FR Echo on Rex's turn. Yeah, we're gonna have to lose. It's a lot of damage. I'm fine. 8 HP gates. This is stupid. Whatever. That should be enough to KO though. I believe in Reks. Even though nobody really, you know, remembers Rexy boy. Yeah, we're only able to do 28. That was 40 million AoE kill. I don't want to talk about it. That was a lot of damage gone to waste. We are on the last turn of BT phase for Balthier as well. But I think here we just go for the LB. Now we can see the waves actually hit them. Yeah, it's much easier to see the animation now. Huh. I thought there was more going on with Balthier's LD, or with his BT effect when he shoots them, but it just looks like dust. And 1 FR time. We got the Final Fantasy XII theme tune. Unfortunately, you couldn't bring Vaughn to this fight. Like, I really wanted to be like, oh man, let's do Vaughn and Reks. Maybe I'll redo it. I think they don't get their insta-kill counter. Or it's not like an insta-kill counter, but like, they remove all your buffs, and it's a very strong counter. I might just have to like bring Selfie along, just so we can... They don't counter if you launch, so that's a thing you could do. I might do that, just so I could pair the brothers up. I like their little story. It's cool. It's cool. I have to actually watch the ending of this. I haven't actually clicked the final gate yet. But there you go, boys. There's the run. Fairly easy fight. A few annoying things at the end, particularly just, everyone's favorite. Don't you love wasting, 30 million damage? Oh boy. Take it easy, boys.